Hello Internet, it's me, Hewlett, with another D-Geek Diary. I've snuck upstairs. I've got Let's Plays going on downstairs with Sebastian, who's finally got to his computer for the day. It's been, I mean, have a look outside. It's just been gorgeous. So he's had no excuse to be inside, and I've had no excuse to be inside myself. So I thought I would sneak away up here and have a chat. I've noticed that because I'm on holiday, I've stopped giving you guys homework. I've actually stopped asking questions at the end of these. While I'm on holiday, I feel like I guess I've got to give you a break too. But I do appreciate all the comments that I've got, and I've been reading a lot of them. I haven't got back to people on a lot of things just because I haven't had time to do the typing. But I have been sort of reading them over and stuff. So they are not going missed. They're just going unanswered, basically, because I consider that holiday time. So basically today we had relatives in from Scotland, which was great. They'd been camping, doing real camping, none of this Ben 10 tent stuff that I've got. They were doing some serious camping with like a 1-year-old and a 6-year-old. They are far braver than I will ever be for that. But a few things that came up recently that I was thinking about was that I used to drive a motorcycle. I started off with a Kawasaki 454, and then I went to a Honda Shadow 1200, and then eventually I settled on this amazing K75 BMW, which I love. That was my baby for a number of years. And that's how I got around. I didn't even know how to drive a car. I never learned that. I was always using the motorcycle. But I used to, kit that thing up with tents and stuff and go out and just drive off by myself and camp, which is amazing to me now because I just don't know how I did that. Like that feels like a different person altogether. But I used to read lots of books about sort of motorcycle travels. Like I loved Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. That was I loved it. Read it over and over and over again. But what's so funny is I didn't really like the Zen so much as I loved all the motorcycle maintenance stuff. And any book I could read on the Paris-Dakar. It's this weird thing. I had this sort of dream of maybe one day doing the Paris-Dakar on a motorcycle, which I think it's no longer the Paris-Dakar anymore. Now it's called something else. But that was a race that I just loved. And it's so funny that for some reason England is much more. They're the petrol heads. They're much more into their cars and stuff. I shouldn't say they're much more into it than the States, but in a different way. There's this wonderful very fanatical tinkering quality to them. We were at a local diner, and there was this sort of impromptu classic cars show. Like all these cars showed up, and these motorcycles, and then a whole band of cyclists. And I mean, truly, England is the land of the fanatic, which is sort of wonderful and sort of gets me thinking about stuff. And being here gets me thinking about writing as well, which is something that I did a lot of writing when I was here with when Dawn was unwell, and I loved it. And I thought it might be kind of fun to sort of go back on that and maybe sort of incorporate this into YouTube somehow. Maybe sort of write some and read some, and maybe that would be a good impetus to keep going, because I was having some real fun with something based around the area that we were in, and sort of played with the idea of Sebastian and stuff. My mum has actually now started writing a kid's book about basically all the kids in the family in this little village. So, and it's sort of mysterious and sort of supernatural in a way. But so she started doing that, and she started reading it to them, and they are just thrilled. And I thought, wow, what a great thing to do, and what a great thing to sort of leave for your kids. Is a story that you've sort of created for them, about them. But anyway, so long rambling D-Geek Diary today, but that's this wonderful sort of pensive feeling you get. I guess this is what holidays are supposed to do. They're supposed to make you sort of maybe a little introspective and look inside and see what's going on and what's important and what's not. And these are important. These videos are important because I think, in a way, even just for myself, if no one else was watching them, I think I would make them anyways, because it's just kind of a fun, not fun, fun's the wrong word, but there's something sort of there's something very Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance about these videos. So until we geek again, cheerio.